This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a Viking Downdraft vent that is unresponsive. We're going to be trying to figure out what's causing it. Already checked the plug underneath the stovetop to make sure it was plugged in and had power, and it does, but the unit doesn't seem to be responding to any of the buttons. So my guess is it may be the up and down start button that needs to be replaced. So the model is VIPR161SS. It's a really nice model, but again, in this case, we had no response. So what I've done is I pulled up the unit and put a pair of vice grips on each side to kind of hold it up, because it won't stay up by itself, but I need to keep it lifted up so I can remove some Phillips head screws. Here's the part number. It's kind of inexpensive for this little up and down button that we're going to be replacing. It essentially, though, is like an on and off button too, because the machine won't start unless it's gone to the up position, and it won't go to the up position if the up position or the up button doesn't work. So I've got the vice grips holding it up there, and I'll need to remove a couple of Phillips head screws from the right side and left side so I can get the top part off to do the repair. So we'll just spin out those two Phillips head screws on the top on the right hand side. It's actually a pretty easy repair. Never did this one before, so I wasn't sure if this was going to fix it, but it was the proper part that had worn out. I guess the on up and down switch gets used the most and kind of wears out prematurely. So we got these two Phillips head screws on this side, and then we'll be able to lift the upper panel off. Viking has a good website where you can just go and order the parts. So this just has one modular connector, and once you pull that off, you'll be able to take off the whole upper assembly. And it's just a modular connector with a bunch of pins. One thing you could do is you could confirm that the pins do have some power. That would make you understand for sure that the machine is getting power. So we pulled out that multi-pronged pin, and now we have the upper assembly where we can work on it. So looking at it, I find that that up and down switch just has a little ribbon cable that I have to pull out, and then I'm going to have to unpeel the up and down button. It's on with like basically a sticker. So to get that thing off the circuit board, you just pull on the ribbon cable, just pull it towards you. There's no catch. It was just in there by friction, and it'll come off. And then you need to just peel off the old on-off button. Again, it's just on there with a sticker. You can use your fingernails to start it, or like a razor blade. Here's the new part. I'm just peeling off the remnant stuff that was still left. There we go. So I'm checking those little pins. I'm looking for DC current, and I notice I'm getting different volt readings, but that encourages me, because that makes me believe that the machine does have power, and that it's probably just one of these switches. They call them bubble switches, have just worn out over time. Here's our new part. And it has a little paper covering its adhesive backing, so you have to remove the paper. And we just slip the ribbon cable into the metal housing, and we remove the adhesive backing, and then just take your time as you place the button in position just to get it nice and straight, because the adhesive is pretty strong. They'll give you basically one chance. So we got the ribbon cable connected, and now I'm just taking my time to make sure I get the button on there nice and straight. There we go. Oh, now we're going to put the ribbon cable on. It just fits on over those two prongs. Make sure it's on nice and tight. And then we're going to put the multi-pronged piece back in. When you look at it, it's funny. It has a round part and a flat part. You want the flat part facing up when you put it back in. It'll only go in one way, but just have the flat part up. And then you're all set. You can put the unit back into position, and then we're going to put those Phillips head screws back in to hold it. I'd say if you're able to confirm that the unit has power and you're still getting no lights, no action, it's a very strong chance that it was the up and down switch. I'm just showing again how that pin connector goes on. Pretty easy. These units work really good. They have, I believe it's 4 speeds, and they pull any smoke or grease or steam out, and then it goes down out of your house underneath the unit. And you have to release your vice grips. And then once it goes down, you can press the up button and it'll go up, and you can test out the fan. I just tested it and I'm just resetting it. Here's the up button again. I push it. And it comes up. Pretty cool. So I hope this has been helpful to you and get yours going. Also, please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And please like the video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.